great day, crafty chums. It's Nikki here, and welcome to a another My Colourful Life, a collaboration with Miley McInnes, Anne Williamson, and myself. And in this collaboration, we are using our old calendars, our old wall calendars that usually everybody will have, but maybe not everybody, but mostly people will have. And what do you do with them at the end of the year if you don't keep them as mementos? Do you throw them in the bin, or do you make some art with them? Well, this year, Ilene McInnes and Anne Williamson and myself from Anneliese's Mixed Media Everything decided that we would reuse our calendars as wall art. And so this month we're allowed to use 4 colours, and the black and white is a recurring colour that we're allowed to use. We use that every month, along with 2 other colours that we nominate ourselves. And this month it is gold and silver. Unfortunately for me, I was going to go out and buy some silver paint, but I got really sick, and so by the time I made this video I couldn't go out to buy the silver paint because I was just too ill. And so I've had to use a silver pen that I have, and it doesn't, and a little bit of glittery silver Winker Stella that I've also got, and it didn't come out too well, but just use what you have. So yes, so here I've got the stencils out, and I'm using my imagination. So I want you to use your imagination as well. Imagine it is night time. There is a forest glade, and in that forest glade is a spirit of some kind, fairy or imp or whatever you like, and a forest animal that requires just a little bit of TLC. So imagine that as we go into this drawing. And you may need to use a lot of imagination. You may need to use only a little bit of imagination. But anyway, I wish I'd stopped at the hair ages ago on this. As you'll see, as we progress, I decided I didn't like the hair at all, because I did a bit of hair and a bit of a crown, and that just didn't work for me. And so you'll see how I remedy that as we go along. So this is my little woodland critter. And do you know how hard it is to draw in a jelly roll pencil? Jelly roll silver pen. Well, let me tell you, it's really difficult. Never think these things are easy, because they're not. When I say they're not, it's as difficult as you make them, to be honest with you. And this is where I go crazy with the hair, and it just doesn't work, you know. And so we're using our imagination here, and these might be a little bit of hallucinogenic flowers or something, you know. You'll see some spores coming off a little bit later, and that may help to add to the little bit of imagination. I've got some very sketchy grass there, you know, it's night time, you wouldn't see it as green, or maybe you would, maybe you see it as black, I don't know. So these are my little spore-giving plants. And there's the sketchy grass, and putting the wings on my sprite, my spirit, my fairy, my whatever. And yeah, I went from the silvery one to the gold. That actually, I did do her in silver. Him in silver. And there's my little critter, you know, just going over him again, trying to get some more definition going. Here's the little bit of spores coming out, and dotting away there for that. Just adding a little bit more scribbly grass, having a little bit go, making the fingers a little bit spikier. And yeah, trying to give a little upturned nose didn't work. what else am I going to do now? I had lots of things that didn't work on this one, and so she was you know, I just kept altering because I just wasn't feeling it really. But yeah, this is where I went completely mad with the hair. Didn't work. Looks like an octopus on top of her head. I'm sorry if I'm swigging it. I'm still not over my illness yet, so I'm having to take some swallowing some medication as we go along to help me talk. So yeah, and there I go. So I went over in some black gesso, covered her over in black gesso, just going around the outside there a little bit firmer, taking away that horrible nose, and drying it off before I go over it again. And I'm going to, I think I'll come in with a black glitter pen first, and that didn't work. You can't really see it, but that's what I mean when I say it didn't work, is you can't really see it. Yeah. Doesn't work. So I go in with my trusty old black Posca. If all else fails, reach for the Poscas. And there we go, much better looking, much more in scale with the rest of the body, I think. I think it was just because it was out of scale. I just went mad. Mad, I tell you. Mad. Much happier with the nose there and everything. And so I write a little bit on here, and it says, if you go down to the woods tonight, you're sure of a big surprise. Have you ever known that feeling that there is so much more to this life than we'll ever know? And then I believe in dreams. We catch glimpses of life larger than, believe in dreams we catch glimpses of life larger than our own. So as I say, this piece is all about your imagination, what you can see in it. And here I'm just going around the edges, smudging a bit of white there to make my little spirit, my sprite, more ethereal looking. Don't know whether I succeeded or not, but that was the intent behind that. So if you use your imagination, you can catch that, and yes, it'll be that good. Trust me.